Yo, what's up, guys? It's Terrell here, the Insane Game Freak. Just kind of giving you my quick thoughts on, well, not really quick, I don't know, it depends on how long this video is, on the Nintendo Direct that finished yesterday. I was going to do kind of a shot, like an everything kind of video, but realistically, I think everybody's doing that. If you want an overall opinion on it, it's one of those directs that I feel like was fine. We got release dates for shit I wasn't even expecting to get release dates for. We got release dates for Fire Emblem Cross Megami Tensei, which is called Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. Holy shit! I actually got the name right on the first try. That name is gonna take a minute to get used to, and because the game comes out, so it comes out in like 3 months, so it's like how would I mean people are going to be calling it that and not still calling it Fire Emblem Cross Megami Tensei? I noticed in the direct they're trying to make it sound like it's not really. They're trying to make it seem like it's its own separate series, which depending on how good the game is, we'll see. From what I heard on mechanical like gameplay style, people say the battle system is great. People love the battle system from what I've heard. The only two negatives I've heard is that it's a stereotypical story, has good side missions and characters, but like mediocre story. Which, if it's anything like, it looks like it's supposed to be like something akin to Persona 4, except even a little bit more campy than that. Which that is what it is. And then I heard the dungeons are kind of weak, not the battles, but the dungeons. So it's a we'll see situation in terms of how much I'm gonna like it. But it was already a day one purchase for me anyway. Especially because it comes out in my birthday month. Actually, it's like it comes out right after E3 is over, so I'll have something to play. And it's an RPG, and I thought this was gonna be a fall release. Like I really thought it'd be some type of fall or like September, maybe October release. And then you realize it didn't have a dub on it. I'm like, I see. Which is partially probably due to the game is so overtly Japanese. It doesn't really need a dub. Plus that you would have to find voice actors who can sing and voice act, because a lot of people don't realize when they do English translations for most like Japanese games, they usually just dub like the normal dialogue audio and then they keep the songs in Japanese. But because this game probably has a ridiculous amount of singing in it, it clashes probably a lot worse in this game. So sub only not gonna be a big deal, and I think considering people's hatred of dubs anyway, I don't feel like it's gonna detract from the game. I bet you there are more people happy about it keeping its original Japanese audio track than mad about there not being a dub. I mean, I'll listen to a dub if it's on there, even if they think it's horrible. So, I mean, Fatal Frame, Bravely Default, Fire Emblem, I don't give a damn. I usually listen to a dub first before I play it in Japanese, so it doesn't bother me regardless. So yeah, talking about really the games I cared about. So that was already on the buy list, still on the buy list. Star Fox Zero was already on pre-order, still on pre-order. Like, to me, I don't feel like this direct would have changed anybody's minds about any games they already knew about. If you were interested in Star Fox and fucking Pokken Tournament before, then you probably have already, this direct won't change your opinion, positive or negative. Well, probably more positive for Star Fox in some aspects, because there was a whole bunch of preview release footage right after the fact released. Star Fox was fine. I wasn't really as down on it as everybody else was. That's also because of my lack of history with the franchise. I have no problem. I'm not such a stickler for the gamepad, but that's also because I haven't had a chance to try it. But I'm waiting until I get the chance to try it, pretty much. I won't find out until the game comes out, pretty much. I like the multiple paths. I like the Project Guard. The Star Fox Guard. I don't really mind. I like tower defense games, so I know I'll probably fuck around with it. I may not finish it all because it has over 100 missions, but it's fine. And for a $15 game or $10 game, depending on how you buy it, because for those who were confused, you're still spending $60 for the total package. Like, it's not like the game costs. If anything, that just means you get Star Fox Zero cheaper than usual, which, let's be honest, Star Fox Zero looks like it is a budget title for the most part, so I'm not surprised that it's only $50. They probably put it on the same level as Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, although most people would argue that game is vastly superior. And it probably will be just purely because of the non-traditional controls for this game. But Star Fox Zero looks cool, like it had been. I'm a little bit more positive towards the game because of the alternate paths, and I'm really excited to try these new controls. I've never been such a stickler for controls because I mean I played all types of Wii games, and as far as the Wii U is concerned, there hasn't really been a gamepad game I played so far that has been like completely a terrible experience. It's not like I played every gamepad game anyway, but still. Rhythm Heaven, I didn't care about, but I'm glad to see that Nintendo's localizing that, which they've been doing a lot of this generation. You know, it's this Fatal Frame, fucking what was the other stuff? Oh God, I had it in my head last night and I completely forgot. Fire Emblem Awakening to an extent. I feel like I'm missing games. There are other games that they hadn't localized in a while, and they finally got around. Oh, Dragon Quest and shit like that. You know, I'm glad to see they're localizing more, and I'm hoping that's a trend that continues on through future generations of consoles. So, new Rhythm Heaven game, they even fixed the Japanese version. That's awesome. Oh yeah, Earthbound Beginnings. That's the other stuff I could have mentioned. Let's think. Bravely Second was already on pre-order, so there's nothing too much to say about that. I've heard it's been getting kind of mixed reviews. A lot of people say they don't care for the new character, I think you, and they don't care for the story, but it's not like the first game's story was great. I feel like the first game's story gets a little bit more praise than it really deserves because I feel like it's still pretty, it's not bad, but it's kind of disjointed, but you know, that's all subjective, and I was already ready to play the game anyway. I mean, honestly, with this direct, I am good through June. This is why I understand why you needed like 3 consoles this generation. Nintendo has me covered with the 3DS and Wii U until like the end of June. Poker Tournament was already pre-ordered. Lost Reavers, I'll give it a try because it's free, and why not? Why is the Super Nintendo Virtual Console games only on the new 3DS? I don't see the point. It's kind of like they're trying to keep the 3DS around, which is obvious with the amount of games coming out for it. They want to keep the 3DS brand around, but get everyone to migrate to new 3DS, and I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cut the 3DS out of it, which is more interesting than they've done with previous expansions of other consoles, like for the DS and DSi. It didn't feel like they were trying to cut the DS out of the line, although at this point, well, then again, there were like 3 or 4 DS iterations, so technically I guess they were. Lost Reavers, fine. I don't really have too much to say about Paper Mario because we don't know too much about it. I know the fan base is very worried about that game, primarily due to the fact that it's very similar to Stick a Star, but once again, it's another franchise I haven't really played any games in, so it's on a wait and see basis for me. I got to see more from it. You can tell if it's anything like, and I love how people are getting surprised, like, oh, I didn't think this game was coming out on the Wii U because, you know, they wouldn't be announcing a game that come out the same year. And I want to remind people, they've been doing that like every fucking year. Like, people realize that, right? They've done that. They did that in 2013 where they were announcing Super Mario 3D World was announced and came out in the same year. What was else? Donkey Kong wasn't, but it wasn't by much. Like, Donkey Kong was revealed and was brought out within like 6 or 7 months of its announcement. Not Bayonetta 2. I'm trying to think of a few other games. In 2014, Amiibo Festival, Mario Tennis, Fatal Frame. Well, that's not really the best example considering that game was already out in Japan. The point is, they've done the whole announcing a game in the middle of a year and it releasing that holiday. So I don't know why people were surprised that, oh, this game's coming out. Like, come on, really? It's like people forget what happened in the previous years. Like, so, oh man, 2015 and 2014 never existed apparently. Fire Emblem Revelations, which doesn't matter to me because I got my special edition cartridge. I actually got the 3DS sitting over here right now. After this, I'm probably gonna play it again because the addiction is strong, and I have a fucking problem. And I don't care. Fire Emblem DLC. Oh, side note, apparently, a lot of people were worried about that swimsuit image of Camilla floating around. That's like one of the rewards for the DLC beach mission. People were thinking that was gonna get censored like Tharges did in Awakening. It's not. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. If you haven't seen there's a cool Together We Ride cross Miss New Booty remix. You gotta love the internet. I mean, gotta love Camilla apparently, because niggas are tripping. Oh man, Monster Hunter, not my thing. I think the deal for it is pretty good. More Splatoon and Mario Maker updates. What else? Dragon Quest 7 footage. Still no release date for that. I think that's supposed to be coming out in the summer though. I think the Europeans got release dates for Fire Emblem, because you guys, pretty much all you guys got a swap. You guys got Bravely Second before we did, but you get Fire Emblem later, and it's the reverse. We get Fire Emblem Fates before you guys do, but we get Bravely Second later. Although, ironically enough, we still get Bravely Second before you guys get Fire Emblem Fates. Oh man, I wonder why that got split up. The Wii U was covered for the rest of this first half. Like, I don't really have. I mean, think about it. This month, Twilight Princess is out. HD is out today. Pokken Tournament comes out in like another 2 weeks. Star Fox comes out next month. I think we just don't have anything in May. You know, Lost Reavers comes out in April. Mario and Sonic, we don't know when that's supposed to be coming out. Late spring. If that's a May title, then we're covered for May. And then we got Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei in June. We're pretty covered for the rest of this first half, and that's great. We're consistently getting games. Unfortunately, I wonder how the Japanese Direct was, considering. Let's think about it. Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei is already out in Japan, so they don't have a game for June. Lost Reavers is already out in Japan. I think Mario and Sonic is already out. Well, the 3DS game is already out in Japan. Most of their stuff, Fire Emblem Fates is already out in Japan. So I'm curious. The Japanese Direct was probably the worst out of the three, because there's like nothing else. They have like half the games we already got. I'm pretty sure they already have. I'm pretty sure they already have Bravely Second out in Japan, and obviously Dragon Quest 7 and 8 they don't have. So like literally, Nintendo Japan's Direct was probably the weakest, because there was like barely anything to give. Rhythm Heaven, once again, another game that's already out in Japan. The Japanese got screwed probably, because they don't probably have anything. Monster Hunter Generations. I'm actually curious to see. I heard it was shorter. I heard that their Direct was shorter, and it makes sense now because there's nothing to give out. The only other games they have is what, Star Fox. I'm trying to think. Star Fox, Twilight Princess, which from what I heard, Japan isn't too big and into Zelda anyway. Twilight Princess, Star Fox, Pokken Tournament console version, I guess. I mean, because the arcade versions have been there for a while. They got like 3 Wii U games. 3 Wii U games and 3DS. What the fuck do they have for the 3DS? Probably not much. So, I don't know. Also, apparently we're getting Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy's coming to Wii U. Apparently that was only in the European sizzle reel, but apparently the Wii U was getting Super Meat Boy. Huh. Is Super Meat Boy even out on a PlayStation yet? I'm curious. So that's an interesting thing. That's only in the European Direct from what I saw. I think that's all the major stuff. I think I've covered everything, even though I said I was only going to cover the stuff I cared about. But as I said, for me personally, I'm covered for everything I want. And I think I've already explained that, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But yeah, Fates is going to keep me occupied for a while. Then I got Pokken Tournament. And then I got Star Fox. Then I got Bravely Second. Then I got Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE. I'm probably not going to get used to saying that, but damn it. Oh, fun note, if you do that name backwards and take the first letters of each of those words, you get SMT. Session, Mirage, Tokyo. And if you want to be funny, Sharp. It's not funny. So I'm pretty satisfied personally. I am completely covered for as far as my Nintendo feel. I'm completely covered, and as I'm saying, I'm still playing Fates. Fates will keep me busy, and if I need to, I'll probably go back and get some of the other games. Oh yeah, and I guess the Kirby game, which I'm not huge in the Kirby. I beat Triple Deluxe, and I think it's fine. But this game looks like a continuation of that. I've actually noticed that seemed to be happening a lot recently. Federation Force, I wasn't interested to begin with, so this trailer did nothing extra for me. Now, it'd be one of those games I would only buy for multiplayer, which I never do. So I wasn't interested to begin with. It was a fine direct. It covered exactly everything it needed to. It was quick. It was rapid fire. There was no lull. Well, unless you didn't care about the information. But I mean, they didn't stay on one thing for too long. They just kind of did back after back. Shut up, phone. So, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This has been the Insane Game Freak. Let's a game, play to win, and I will catch you guys later. Also, for my One Piece fans, there probably will be a discussion out within the next few days, and or a live stream, and or a discussion with other stuff. Loves the game, play to win. Catch you guys later. Peace. Colorblind.